This game is known as one of the worst games of all time. And is coming back. And people are wondering why. We didn't ask for this. And if they knew about it back in the day, they're probably like, we didn't ask for this back in during that time. This game is Plumbers Don't Wear Ties. Originally released on the console called the 3DO, which I think was made by a company called Panasonic. And the game was released in 1994. The game was supposed to be a full motion picture-like quality video game because this console, that's what it done. It took actual full motion footage and used it in a video game form. Well, this one was advertised to be a full motion video game as well. But instead of being that, it was in slideshow form. And it's supposed to be a interactive romantic comedy. But the comedy is horrible, and it just doesn't make any sense. And the slideshows, it sucks, and all that stuff. But it's coming back thanks to Limited Run. I'm Auckland. If you enjoy my content, please hit the subscribe button, like button, also share it with your friends if you don't mind. Also, please comment, ask me a question or a comment in general. I'll do my best to answer them. Also, if you don't mind, hit the notification bell down below and you will be notified when I go live or upload another video. If you want to become a fan of me, Auckland, then subscribe to the channel and you will become a fan. I hope so. Now, I highly recommend going and watching Angry Video Game Nerd. Check out his channel. He did a review of this game about 12 years ago, and it's got millions and millions of views. Now, when Limited Run did a trailer for this game coming back, and then later on they did like a updated video on it, and they mentioned Angry Video Game Nerd. He was also in the video as well. His real name is James. He mentions that on his channel. And they brought back the original actors were also in the video as well. And they're all talking about this game, that people hate this game, people love this game. It just all depends on your taste of video games. But this is the worst, one of the worst games of all time. And it's coming back. And it's like, why? Why is this coming back for? But it's coming back to PS4, PS5, I think even Xbox as well, and Nintendo Switch, and it's the definitive edition of this game. Now, like I said, I highly recommend going and checking out Angry Video Game Nerd's review on Plumbers Don't Wear Ties, because he gets more into depth with it. He actually shows off the game and how it actually plays. It's horrible. It's literally pictures, slideshows, and it's a narrator talking over it, and it's giving you choices. And just check out his review so you can see what it looks like. It's bad. I'm going to try to show off a little bit of footage of what the Limited Run did for this game to help promote it coming back. But going back to the 3DO console back in the day, try to imagine, okay, alright, this is the Sega Genesis. Alright, try to imagine there's only one port on the front for a controller, even though it's not, but just imagine there's only one port. Okay, and then you take your controller and you plug it up into the console. Now, if you want a second player, there's supposed to be a part on the controller of the 3DO where a port of another controller plugs into it. So it's like this part of the controller would plug up into this on the top of the controller, and that is how you do two players on the 3DO. Crazy. It's insane. It's like, why didn't y'all put two ports on the console? It don't make any sense. But anywho, we're also going to go to the Limited Run website so you can see this game coming back if you're interested in picking this up. But let's see if I can find some footage first. Hopefully I'll be okay to show off this footage. Alright, here we go so you can see it.
Returning is an example of how YouTube culture and memes can manifest themselves into
Those are the original actors. Go check out her channel as well.
Plumbers Don't Wear Ties is coming back.
Kelsey Lewin, you can see her name.
Why on earth?
I think the project is very interesting from this perspective.
He's one of the guys who owns the company of Limited Run. Yeah, there's a chicken head in the game. A guy wearing a chicken head mask, and he's the narrator. And Plumbers Don't Wear Ties.
Like, what is the silliest game we could ever think of, like, releasing on modern platforms?
But yeah, this game is, I don't know what to think about it. It's horrible.
Give ourselves because we now have to.
Yeah, this is one of the still images from the game.
I think it's really important to kind of recontextualize games that maybe culturally up until this point.
But this game is a piece of gaming history, so without it,
but does anyone actually know Plumbers
I
Don't Wear
guess
Ties?
some of the games that we have nowadays wouldn't be existing when it comes to narrative, story-driven games. There's another still image from the game itself.
Historically bad games accessible again, so people can satisfy that curiosity that they have in understanding why these games are so bad.
What you doing, Misty Girl?
The bad parts of your history, just remember them in context. I think this is a good context to engage this game.
But if it's real bad history, then why would we want to remember it for, especially when it comes to video
I
games?
understand this, and Plumbers is certainly not high art. But
yeah, like this still image within the game itself, it will have this image on the screen, and it will have him talking, and he'll be talking about whatever situation that you just did in the game, and that still image stays there while he's over talking, and that's the gameplay of the game itself.
Culture, right?
But you do have choices in the game where it has like words pop up on the screen, and you have to choose which one you have to choose. And then in between picking them, you have this narrator person coming in, explaining, and you have to wait until they get done talking before you can pick which one that you want.
For the console space.
It's terrible.
Brings us closer to all video games of all history being available. I think is a very noble effort.
But
even
the
when it results in the
Panasonic
release of the worst
3DO was capable of doing motion video, and a lot of people wondering is why didn't this game also have full motion video, but it didn't.
Just really good and hit the ball out of the park right away. And the kind of noble, ambitious failures are as interesting to look back.
Yeah, what you doing, Misty Girl?
Those games, they can contextualize and tell you a slice.
Those are two of the other characters in the game.
What the industry was like when they came out.
being able to actually look back at it and understand like kind of what they were doing, what the art market was like at the time. Why does this exist? When you're looking at this as a complete sort of
this is a actual narrator fight that's in the game. But you don't actually see them actually fight. You see these still images change, and they look like they're actually fighting, but you don't see them actually fighting. And like the Karate Girl takes over him as the main narrator within the game, and then she takes over, and then eventually he takes back over, and it's just still images of them talking over each other within the game itself.
This game sort of has a legacy.
It's
that's very
horrible.
special and very one of a kind.
There he is. Angry Video Game Nerd. Let's go back to it right quick.
I think it becomes a lot more compelling.
And yeah, I don't know, that this game sort of has a legacy that's very special and very...
Him right there. That's Angry Video Game Nerd. Go check out his channel. His name is
one of a kind.
James.
This thing
Alright, she was the original actress who played in this game.
Or they think it's funny.
That's her right there.
You got fan clubs of Jane. And then I look at
Yeah, there's his video right there.
I'm like, this game
Go check it
is
out.
in the millions. People are actually checking it out. I'm sorry. But yeah, I hadn't thought about it in years. So to see this coming back up and to have somebody remember that, that's cool.
So I want to say thank you for supporting an effort to remaster a game that.
So yeah, they're asking if you want better games or games like this to come back out, be released for modern day consoles. They're asking you to just support this game. So it's up to you if you want to do that.
Forgotten, but historically significant to some level. You know, games that other people.
So yeah, like he just said, this is pretty much a piece of gaming history.
Games that have this huge, wide amount of appeal, and I really appreciate people who will support endeavors like that.
So yeah, that's happening. Alright, we're on the website, and they are selling some merchandise to go with the game itself as well, if you're interested. Here's the standard release for Switch. There's a collector's edition for Switch. PS5. It's a collector's edition for PS5. PS4 right here. Hopefully you can see it. The collector's edition. Xbox Series X standard edition. The collector's edition. They're also doing a Plumbers Don't Wear Ties Definitive Edition soft cover. Must be a book. That's what it looks like. Worlds Unlimited. Yeah, it's a book. Okay. They also got the shirt for the game. They got a escape deck. Hopefully you can see it. They also got a pillow. It's double-sided. They got a cassette tape. Poster. And also a PC collector's edition of the game as well. Now let's get a closer look at the collector's edition for anyone that is interested in this game. The collector's edition, once it loads up, so you can see what this all comes with. Alright, it comes with a box, the standard release of the game. It's double-sided. It's got like an anime style reversible cover art. Comes with a strategy guide, 18 by 24 poster of the animated version of the woman character. It's like it's double-sided. And then you got a signed autograph picture of the woman herself from the game, a sticker sheet, a vinyl record, Plumber on a Bike decal. It also comes with the tie, all that stuff. So yeah, alright. Now, this pre-order went up the other day. I'm just now getting around to it. The pre-orders close on October 22nd. And I don't really need to go over all the details because I think I pretty much covered it from the picture, but you can pause it for yourself if you want to read all the details of this collector's edition. So yeah, very interesting stuff, I guess. Yeah, and might as well, let's just go ahead and check out the picture of the standard release of the game itself. So yeah, there you go for Switch. And then there's the price of it. And I didn't show off the price of the collector's edition, so let's go back and look at the price. I don't think I showed it off, but just to make... Okay, well, you can see the price right there. Yeah, hopefully you can see it okay. But just to make sure, we'll check it out like that so you can see it. That's the price of the collector's edition. So please let me know down in the comments, will you be picking up Plumbers Don't Wear Ties through Limited Run? A game that is coming back that we didn't ask for. But I guess in a way is historically amazing that the game is coming back, I guess. But it depends on how you look at it. So this game is actually a piece of gaming history. It's being preserved through Limited Run, even though we didn't ask for it. But here you go. So if you're interested in it, please let me know down in the comments. Will you be picking this game up? Which platform are you getting it for? Are you going to be downloading it? Did you own the 3DO back in the day? Do you still have it? Did you own the original version of this game? Because if you go onto eBay and you look up the original game, you're going to be paying some money for it. So I guess this would be the cheapest way to play this game if you're really, really interested. But I would love to know, what is your thoughts on this game coming back? I would love to know. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much. Alright, bye.